Entertainment? Is that what you think I am? At least I'm useful in a fight, princess. I don't need John Russian to save me every time a skeleton looks at me funny. And for your information, I wasn't flashing anything. I was busy killing the necromancers that were about to turn you into their newest undead servant. But I suppose you wouldn't understand actual combat, would you? Too busy worrying about dirt on your precious robes. Tell me, what exactly do you contribute to this group besides complaints about your hair and tactical fainting?
What do I contribute? Oh darling, I contribute class, strategy, and magical expertise. While you're down there swinging those little axes and flashing your small clothes, I'm calculating cosmic alignments and preparing spells that could save all our lives. Not that you'd notice with all that sweating and grunting you do. And unlike some people, I don't need to rely on showing my undergarments to get John's attention. My natural charm, beauty, and intelligence are quite sufficient. But please, continue with your primitive approach. It's adorable how you think brute force solves everything.
Magical expertise. Is that what you call it when you fall over and need rescuing? How fascinating. And those cosmic alignments must be why you were flat on your back while I was keeping necromancers from turning you into their newest experiment. My literal axes have saved more lives than your calculations ever will, princess. As for getting John's attention, I wasn't trying to. Some of us are here to work, not to bat our eyelashes and talk about how pretty we are. But please continue with your useless approach. It's adorable how you think anyone's impressed by your natural charm when you can't even stay on your feet in a fight.
Oh Delia, darling, at least I have the sense to fall gracefully. And for your information, I was gathering my cosmic energy while horizontal. It's an advanced technique, not that you'd understand with your swing axe grunt approach to everything. And sweetie, those literal axes of yours might save lives, but my magic saves souls. There's a difference. But I wouldn't expect someone whose idea of strategy is it harder to grasp such nuance. Though I must say, your undergarments are a lovely shade of blue. At least you have some taste, even if it's hidden under all that practical armor.
Now, from this angle, I see both of your undergarments, your Alice's as well as Delia's, because you both are standing above from my current position.
Oh my, John, you naughty thing. I had no idea you were so observant of our undergarments. Though I'm not surprised you noticed mine. They're cosmic silk, after all, much more elegant than whatever Delia is wearing. But really, darling, if you wanted to see what's under my robes, you could have just asked nicely instead of peeking from below like some common tavern boy.
So you're looking up both our skirts now. Unbelievable. And here, I thought I was special. At least mine are practical cotton, not cosmic silk or whatever nonsense she's claiming. Though I'm starting to think we should both be wearing pants in this group. Or maybe you should be the one lying on the ground while we look down at your undergarments for a change. Would serve you right. Gods between the necromancers, the Draugr, and your wandering eyes. I'm not sure which is the biggest threat in this cave.
I think that it was only coincidence because these stairs gave me a better view from below, not to plan that, but I am not complaining, of course. I also see more than I expected from this place.
Well, aren't you just full of surprises, John? First Delia's undergarments, now mine too. You're certainly getting quite the tour of our private collections today. Though I must say, if you wanted to see what's under my robes, there are more gentlemanly ways to ask than positioning yourself beneath the stairs. But since we're being so candid, did you like what you saw?
I could tell you honestly that I definitely like what I saw, or what I still see.
Of course you did, darling. Men always appreciate quality when they see it. My cosmic silk undergarments cost more than most people's entire wardrobes. Though I'm curious, between mine and Delia's little cotton numbers, which did you prefer? Not that I'm competing, of course. It's just good to know what catches your eye when you're down there, observing.
I think that both your undergarments have its own charm. Your black undergarment suits you quite nicely with your blonde hair, and Delia's light blue aren't also bad for someone with almost red hair.
Black? Oh sweetie, they're midnight azure with silver threading, cosmic themed, obviously. Oh, I'm flattered you noticed they match my hair. It's all about aesthetic coordination, and here I thought you were just a warrior with a bow. but you've got quite the eye for fashion details. Though comparing my exquisite silks to Delia's practical cotton, that's like comparing starlight to a tavern candle.
Yeah, I think that Delia definitely isn't happy with this conversation. So let's go from this dirty place to somewhere else.
Yes, let's leave this filthy cave. I'm absolutely covered in dust, and who knows what else. My hair probably looks like a bird's nest by now. I need a proper bath, clean clothes, and maybe some wine to wash away the memory of you staring up our skirts. So I suppose that's one way to make necromancer hunting more entertaining.
Yeah, for me it was more entertaining anyway, if not for you or Delia.
So I'm just entertainment for you now. Wonderful. First my undergarments, now comparing them to her cosmic silk nonsense. I'm starting to think I should have stayed with the mercenary company. At least their men were honest about what they wanted instead of pretending to hire me for my fighting skills. Let's just get out of this cave before you find something else to gawk at. Can you imagine living in a place like this? Necromancers for neighbors, Draugr for house, pets, and that constant dripping sound that would drive you mad within a week. Though I suppose the rent would be cheap. And at least the dead don't judge your choice in undergarments. Honestly, between Alice's fashion critiques and your wandering eyes, I'm starting to think the undead might make better company. At least they're honest about wanting to kill you.
Oh, please, the dead are terrible conversationalists. Trust me, I've tried. They just moan and groan about their unfinished business. At least Alice's fashion rants have some entertainment value. Plus, necromancer caves have 0 fire safety standards. One little flame spell and whoosh, there goes your security deposit. Though I gotta admit, the acoustics in here are amazing for dramatic spell casting.
At least the dead don't care what color my undergarments are. But you're right about one thing. Terrible conversationalists. Though sometimes I prefer that to Alice's endless fashion lectures. And I hadn't even thought about the fire hazards. That explains all the candles but no fire safety buckets. Necromancers are so focused on raising the dead they forget the basics of not burning alive. Ironic, really. Though I'm curious, how exactly did you try conversing with the dead? Seems like a specialized skill.
I once had a fascinating conversation with a Draugr about ancient bread recipes before he tried to axe my face off. Very educational.
Lilanya, please tell me you have some spell that can make people forget they ever saw under my skirt. Or maybe just a fireball for the next person who brings it up.
Oh honey, I've got like 17 different memory modification spells in my repertoire. Though most of them are labeled experimental and make us temporary amnesia about important things like your own name. But hey, if you want me to try the forget what you such I'm totally game. Fair warning though, last time I used it the target forgot how to use stairs for a week. But on the bright side, no more awkward undergarment commentary. Plus, if it backfires spectacularly, at least we'll have a good story for the highlight reel.
Forget how to use stairs for a week. That's actually tempting. Though knowing our luck, he'd just stare at my undergarments even harder while trying to remember what stairs are. And did he just loot fishnet tunic from a Draugr? By the 8. What kind of undead are we dealing with here? Maybe I don't want to know what those Draugr courtesans were up to when they were alive. Though I'm starting to think your memory spell might be worth the risk. Just aim carefully. I still need John to remember how to fight and pay me.
Oh wow, fishnet tunic from a Draugr courtesan. That's actually impressive fashion sense for someone who's been dead for like 1,000 years. Maybe Alice should take notes. Ancient Nordic lingerie might be the next big trend. And don't worry about the memory spell. I can make it super targeted. Like, he'll forget what cotton undergarments look like, but still remember important stuff like sword goes in the pointy end of the enemy. Though honestly, watching him try to figure out stairs while fighting a dragon would be comedy gold for the highlight reel.
Ancient Nordic lingerie. Now there's a terrifying thought. Though I suppose if you're already dead, you might as well look good doing it. And I love how specific your memory spell can be. Forget undergarments, but remember swords. That's actually impressive. Though watching John try to figure out stairs while fighting a dragon might be worth the risk of a backfire. Just promise me you won't accidentally make him forget to pay me when this is all over. A girl's gotta eat, and memory-altering magic doesn't exactly pay for room and board at the inn.
Oh, don't worry, payment memories are like super important survival instincts. Those stick around even if I accidentally erase his ability to recognize his own reflection. Plus, I've got backup spells, like the Remember Your Debts charm that makes people compulsively pay what they owe. Very handy for freelance mages. Though honestly, watching John stumble around confused while still somehow managing to toss gold at people would be peak entertainment. Add that to the official Archmage business highlight reel.
Delia, let me give you something as apology. I have something prepared, some flawless amethyst for you.
Flawless Amethyst? For me? That's unexpected. You don't need to apologize with gems, John. Though I won't say no to something shiny. Just maybe stop mentioning my undergarments every 5 minutes. That would be a better apology than all the jewels in Skyrim. Though the amethyst is a nice touch, I suppose even perverts can have good taste in gemstones.
Would you allow me to touch you, to be able to give that gem to you?
Touch me? To give me a gem? What kind of strange ritual is this? You can just hand it to me like a normal person, John. No need to make it weird with unnecessary touching. Unless this is some elaborate excuse to cop a feel, while pretending to be generous. The gem better be actually flawless if that's your game.
It won't hurt, I promise, and it is not anything pervert as well.
Fine. Just give me the gem already. But I swear by the 8, if your hand wanders anywhere it shouldn't, you'll be pulling back a bloody stump. I don't need special touching rituals for a simple gift exchange. Just make it quick and keep your hands where I can see them.
See, I touched only your shoulders. Now you already have those gems. Just check your inventory.
Wait, they're already in my... How did you do that? I didn't even feel. By the 8, you're like some kind of pickpocket in reverse. The flawless amethysts. These are actually quite valuable. Though I suppose I should be grateful you're giving me valuable gems instead of just staring at my undergarments. So, thanks, I guess.
You know, I'm not mentioning anything already as you wanted. So I only hope that this apologize worked on you and make a little better expression on your face sometimes.
Look, I appreciate the gems. They're lovely, but you don't need to buy my good mood with pretty rocks. I'm here because we have a job to do, clearing out Wolf Skull Cave of necromancers, remember? Though I suppose it's better than when we first met at the Winking Skeever. You kept staring at me like I was some exotic creature. Let's just focus on getting through this cave without anyone else mentioning my undergarments, alright?
Do you see that? We are already out.
Finally, I was starting to think we were stuck in that damn musty cave forever. Between the Draugr courtesans with their strange fashion choices and the endless comments about my undergarments, I wasn't sure what would kill me first, the necromancers or the embarrassment. So, are we heading back to Solitude to report to Falk Firebeard now? I could use a proper bath, then a strong drink after all this.
Yeah, I definitely owe you some drink for all these difficulties.
After all this, I think you owe me the entire bottle. Maybe 2, and a hot bath where no one comments on what I'm wearing, or not wearing. Though I have to admit, for all the awkwardness, we did clear out that cave pretty efficiently. Those necromancers won't be raising any wolf queens on our watch.
I am only waiting until that dragon, which is flying above us, fly away.
Dragon? What Oh, that's a rather large one, isn't it? I suppose waiting is the sensible option, though I'm not sure how long that beast plans to circle. Dragons aren't exactly known for their consideration of our drinking schedules. Think it's hunting us specifically, or just enjoying the view of all these dead necromancers?
I hope that you like our adventure and will be interested in continue with me.
Leave you? After you've given me flawless amethysts and endless entertainment with your strange behavior? Not likely. Besides, who else would pay me to watch them loot fishnet tunics from ancient Draugr? The adventure's been interesting to say the least, though I'm still waiting for that drink you promised. And maybe next time we could find a quest that doesn't involve quite so many undead fashion models.
Alright, here we are. Here is that bathing facility of Winking Skeever, so you could enjoy cleaning yourself here.
The Winking Skeever has a bathing facility? That's surprising. I assumed we'd be using a public bathhouse, not washing up at a tavern. Though I suppose it's better than staying covered in necromancer dust and rat blood. Just point me to it.
Yeah, here we are. You could clean yourself if you like. I will wait for you and then clean myself as well.
You're going to wait for me? How gentlemanly. I half expected you tried to join me or peek through some keyhole. Fine, I'll go first. Just try not to imagine me naked while I'm gone, though I suspect that's exactly what you'll be doing.
Yeah, I will wait for you. Don't worry. Enjoy yourself here.
Don't worry. With you waiting outside, that's like telling a rabbit not to worry with a wolf nearby. But fine, I'll try to enjoy myself as you put it. Just remember, if I hear so much as a floorboard creak near that door, those ebony axes you gave me will find a new target. Well, that was adequate. The water was lukewarm at best, but at least I don't smell like necromancer anymore. Your turn to wash up, though I'm surprised you didn't try to peek. Maybe you're learning some self-control after all.
Give me a moment, I will take a bath as well here.
Take your time. I'll just wait here and admire the fascinating decor of this fine establishment. Try not to drown yourself in there. And don't worry, I won't peek either. I've seen enough disappointing sights for one day, though I'm sure the rats would find you quite attractive.
Hello again, Falk. We were searching for you. We returned from Wolf Skull Cave. It was finished. I mean, we cleared that cave from necromancers.
By the 8th, you've returned safely. The court owes you a great debt for dealing with those necromancers. Otma's return would have been catastrophic for Solitude. Here's your payment as promised. 1,200 gold. Was there anything else unusual you discovered in the cave? Any signs of who might have been leading this cult?
Yeah, it seems that they tried to summon Potema herself, and we stopped their ritual.
Otma herself? Gods, that's worse than I feared. The Wolf Queen's return would have meant civil war for Skyrim. The Jarl needs to hear this immediately. I'll increase patrols around the cave to ensure no one attempts to continue their work. Your timing was fortunate. Had that ritual completed, though, I don't want to imagine the consequences.
I hope that we stopped them in time, but I couldn't tell you for sure because we interrupted them. Maybe they finished it, maybe not.
That's troubling. Necromantic rituals can have lingering effects even when interrupted. I'll send word to the court wizard to investigate further. In the meantime, I have another matter requiring attention. Strange noises reported at Proudspire Manor. The previous owner vanished under mysterious circumstances. Would you investigate? The payment would be substantial.
Why not? We could investigate that for you if payment will be nice.
Mysterious noises and vanishing owners? Sounds like a perfectly normal Solitude home. At least it's not another cave full of necromancers. And substantial payment sounds a lot better than whatever we got for stopping the resurrection of an ancient evil queen. Let's hope this one just turns out to be a raccoon in the attic.